And I think we are live. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me on this bright and sunny, it's throwing it down with rain outside, afternoon. And I'm going to be looking at something different today on the channel. If you are watching this live, please let me know in the chat if you can hear me and you can see me okay. Scott's here, Michael's here, and Brett's here. Thank you very much for joining me. So this is a Hex Encounter war game. Now, when I started playing games in the early 80s, Hex Encounter war games were a big part of the hobby. They were a big thing. All war games from a variety of different genres and eras, but it was all big maps, hexes, little numbers, tiny little chits, and everything else. Hex Encounter war games are still a thing. They are still going strong. They are still very big in that particular, the people that play them. As obviously time's gone on, I've moved more into the traditional board games and your Euro games and things like that. However, Hex Encounter war games is something which a couple of years ago I decided that I was going to start investigating a bit more. As I say, I dabbled a little bit in the 80s, but not much. Now, thankfully, one of my patron supporters is a gentleman known as Peter Rushton, who is joining me this afternoon. Good afternoon, Peter.
Good afternoon, Paul.
Now, to say that you're an expert on Hex Encounter war games, is that fair?
I wouldn't say I'm an expert. I've been playing them a long time.
Yeah. Compared to me, who dabbled with them 30 years ago and has only recently got interested in them again, you're an expert.
Yeah, probably so, yes. Yeah, I think the first one I ever played would be about 1977, 78, something like that.
Right.
So as a very young person, of course.
Yes, yes, obviously.
Obviously.
I'm just going to turn Peter's volume up a bit. So hopefully that's a bit louder for Peter. I had him turned down quite a bit, but hopefully that's a bit louder for him.
Okay,
so the game
go
on.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead, Paul.
Hopefully people can hear you a bit louder now. So what we're going to be playing today is Lock and Load Tactical Digital. Now, the digital on the end basically means that this is a digital version of the board game Lock and Load Tactical. And Lock and Load Tactical, I think, is about 20 years old. Is that right, Peter?
Yes, yeah, it's around that time. Yes, it's evolved over that time.
Mm-hmm.
They've tweaked the rules a little bit, but the basic concepts of the current version are pretty much what was established back then.
Yeah.
And now there's many scenario packs and different settings.
Yes, that's the thing. Yeah.
And that's where they're expanding the product line all the time. Is more scenarios, different vehicles, etc.
Yeah. So the current version of the rules is version 5.1. As Peter says, they've been adapting, they've been evolving, they've been tweaking the rules over the last 20 years. And if you are looking to get into Hex Encounter war games, because some of them are very complicated, Lock and Load is one of them that's available. Now, there's lots of different Hex Encounter war games available. If you go all the way back to Squad Leader, Advanced Squad Leader, throw some popular ones at me, Peter. Combat Commander, the series, Combat Commander Europe or Combat Commander whatever. There's other popular ones as well.
Yes, way back when Avalon Hill did Panzer Blitz.
Yeah.
And Panzer Leader, that had various adaptions and settings, which moved into Squad Leader, of course, back at the time. Currently, there's the likes of, as you say, Combat Commander, which is sort of the memoir. 44 is the popularist end of that market. There's the Conflict of Heroes from Academy.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of them.
Yeah, there's a system called Old School Tactical, which is done. I think they're called Flying Pig Games.
Okay.
There's any host of them, and there's people doing and this type of tactical squad-based game. There's many tabletop versions of rules for playing with minis as well. They are quite similar to this.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is, when we say a Hex Encounter war game, what you're seeing on screen now is a hex map, which in the physical board game is a big board, and it's got little cardboard counters on it with little numbers on. Peter also does a lot of the miniature war gaming as well, but this isn't that. This isn't a miniatures game. This is with cardboard counters. So one of the advantages of the Lock and Load tactical system is the core system is a core set of rules which is used mostly in a lot of different settings. And if you were to go to Board Game Geek right now and look up Lock and Load Tactical, you will see that there is the starter kit, which is what we're looking at today, which contains 4 scenarios, 2 set in Vietnam and 2 set in the World War II era.
Yes.
But then there's these extra packs that you can buy. Which ones have you got physically, Peter?
I have the the Normandy,
Right.
which covers sort of the Western Front from the D-Day landings onwards.
Yeah.
Through, and I also have they do a Falklands module, which is one of the few Falklands period.
There's not many games about the Falklands, is there?
No.
Now, is that
very,
the Falklands
very
as in the Falklands War from the 80s?
Yes.
Right.
Indeed,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. So there's lots of for us Brits, the relatively famous battles of the Falklands that took place are modelled in that. Yes.
People of our age will remember it.
Absolutely, yes.
But people 10 or 15 years younger than me will be like, Falklands War? What was that? What was that? Quick question, just going off tangent. Obviously, I grew up during the Falklands War. Were the Falklands ever... was there any wars around the Falklands at any other time? Like in World War II? Did anything happen in the Falklands in World War II?
I don't think so. There was some German raider ships in the First World War down that area.
Okay.
Commercial raiding of fleets and things.
Right.
And there's been a couple of games that modelled that. But I don't think there's no actual land. Nothing on land other than the 80s
one we know. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Without further ado, we're going to jump in. So as I say, this is one of the scenarios that comes with the starter set. Now, we have mentioned the physical board game and the fact that there's like 20, 30 different modules and add-ons for it. It's the same with the digital version of the game. If you go on Steam and have a look at Lock and Load Tactical, you will see for about £3.89 this is the starter kit, and this is designed if you are interested in the game. As I say, it's two Normandy scenarios, 2 Vietnam scenarios. It will give you an idea of whether it's something you like, and if you do like it, you can then buy the other add-ons and modules. So yeah, relatively cheap starting point. What I will warn you though, I have to be honest, is you will need to get the rulebook for the physical board game in order for you to be able to understand, or I'll put Peter's mobile number in the chat, call Peter, and he will teach you how to play, which is what he's done with me. This digital adaptation is extremely good, right? It's really well done. The interface is pretty good, and I found it very useful to get on with and for playing. As far as teaching you how to play the game, I'm afraid it fails there. There are 6 tutorials built in, but they are specific tutorials about specific parts of the game. I don't think you'll be able to learn how to play the game from just the digital version. There is a series of 70 short videos online. You don't need to watch all of them, but that's where you're going to need to learn. But anyway, let's jump in and let's talk about this scenario. So each scenario in the game there was a previous screen to this, but basically this is a 6, they call them turns. It's hard for me to call them turns, because I call them rounds, but there are 6 turns in the game. And this particular this particular scenario is the Americans, which is me. I'm going to play the Americans. We are defending. You see here, these little points here, these are like control points or objective points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you can see them up here as well. I've got all 7 of them. And it says to win, a side must control 4 or more of them at the end of the scenario. So we're going to be playing for 6 turns, rounds, if you're a Eurogamer. And at the end of that time, it's whoever controls 4 or more. If it's 3 each, the scenario is a draw. Now, you'll notice that there are no German counters on the map. That is because they are currently not on the map, they are off map, they are going to be attacking. The Germans have a lot of units, but the Americans are defending. So the advantage goes to the Americans in terms of defending. And I don't know where they're coming on. They are actually, in this scenario, you roll randomly at the start of the Germans' first turn. and they're either going to come on from the west, the north, or the east. So Peter doesn't even know where they're coming on yet.
No.
Not a decision he makes. But one of the things I'm going to need to do in the setup is I choose where to put my counters. And they've got to go, I think it's within 3 hexes of G6. So I've decided that I've got Corporal Medro here. There is a half squad. Peter will correct me if I get the terms wrong. We have a half squad there, and we have a full squad there as well. The numbers on it, the number in the bottom left is the firepower, the number in the middle is the range, and the number in the bottom right is the movement. And if it's got a red box around it, that means that that particular counter can do what's called an assault move. Come on to that later on. The number in the top right, in the blue circle, is their morale, which is going to be used a lot. Okay, so they're there. Over here, we have another squad. This is a 2546 squad, but they have a machine gun emplacement. They have an M1919A4, which is a machine gun, which I believe the unit, the counter that's operating that machine gun can't now move with that machine gun because it has been set up. I actually need to, if I want to move, I need to dismantle it, move with it, and then set it up again. Is that right, Peter?
Yes, that's correct, yes.
Right, okay. Frederick's in the chat. He says, this year has certainly been interesting. Not only COVID, there's been heavy Euro gamers playing games with dice and even hex and counter war games. Yes, Frederick, that's me. that's exactly me. That's where I am. Right. So yeah, so I've chosen to set up there, and I think I now just click continue. There we go. So first turn of the game, The Germans have the initiative. It is the operations phase, and Peter is now deciding which units he's going to bring on and where he's going to bring them on.
Yes. So at the moment, I still don't know where I'm arriving until I've selected the first set of units.
Oh, right. You've got to select the units first. I see.
Yeah.
So what you're not seeing on my screen, on Peter's screen, he's got a big screen full of all of the units that he's going to be deploying during this particular scenario. So, Frederick, since you're here watching, you've mentioned that you're playing Hex and Counter War games. Which ones are you playing? Are you playing this one, or are there other ones that you're playing?
Okay, so I've selected a subset of the whole list of units.
Yep.
And I now know I'm coming in from the east.
Right. Okay.
That's a little bit confusing for us. So let's. Don't think I've played from this side before.
Might have to redeploy my my pieces.
So I shall bring these on there.
Right, okay, so let's have a look. Let's zoom in and see what units we've got here. So we've got Lieutenant Koch, got 7 morale. He's got 1 leadership value. Now you see that there's a tiny little green square on that counter. In the physical board game, that is a big green counter. That shows that this counter has moved this turn. In the digital adaptation, you see it's just got a little green square on it, so you can see that it's moved. With that is a multi-man counter. Germans, which have got 164, 5 morale, but they've got an MG34. Now that's not like the machine gun I've got, is it? That can basically set up very quickly and fire.
Yes, that one's just carried by the squad, and it's part of their. It's always available for them to use. They don't.
Right.
That particular one doesn't need setting up.
Okay. Now you've moved on to this hex. That cost 1 movement point.
Yeah, it's 1 so far.
You can still move the rest of the movement points.
Yes. So clear terrain is 1 movement point.
Yep.
And then basically, if it's got a building or trees or crops in it, it costs extra.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's 1 movement point to there. I shall. I'll move with this first one. I'll just move it 1 space at a time. So that's another movement point.
Yep.
I'll move into the end of this building in M3.
That was 3 movement points.
Well, into a building, so that's a total of 4.
Total of 4. So 1, 2. Oh, so it's just +1 to move into the building, is it?
Yes.
Okay.
And I've still got normal units have movement of 4, as you've said earlier.
Yeah.
There's
the double time rule, is it?
Yes. Yes. So because the leaders and other single man counters have a movement of 6. And if a squad's moving with a leader, they can do this double time movement, which allows anything moving with the leader to move with 6 movement points as well.
Yeah. So the rule
So
I read is that it allows them to move with +2.
Right. Yes.
Which
Yes.
is 6.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is, if we ever have a counter,
it's not necessarily, as you say. Yes,
Yeah.
it's not necessarily +2.
+2 to a maximum of 6.
Yeah. So I could move again. So let's ponder. Should we do that, or if I move into the front of the building, that means your squad with the big nasty machine gun could potentially see them.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move up there.
Okay.
So I've now used all 6 of my movement points.
Yeah. So obviously I couldn't see Peter spending his movement points to move, but one of the things in this game is opportunity fire. Now there's opportunity fire in a lot of games that I've played. And normally, if you want to put a unit into opportunity fire, you would have to actually do that. In this game, no. In this game, if your unit is ready and an enemy counter moves into your line of sight, you can opportunity fire them. And that's exactly what's happened now. So it's Peter's turn. Peter's moved, but straight away, you can see here that my squad here now has line of sight on that. And I need to decide whether I want to use that or not. Now, you might think, well, why wouldn't I use that? If I use it, then that unit then spent. It will get marked with a counter to say that it's fired. Does that mean, Peter, then, that I can't do anything with that for the rest of this turn?
Yes, if you opportunity fire, that's sort of giving you an immediate. It's giving that unit an immediate chance to act for the turn.
Exactly. And
you can take or not take.
Yeah, Peter might be bringing in lots of more units this turn. So do I want to fire on them? So if we look in the top left, you will see. And you can see the detail in this game. As I say, this is if you're looking for a light war game with a 20-page rulebook, this is not it. Hex L4. It's a building. It's got a terrain modifier, defense terrain modifier of 3. See here, and basically, if I was to fire, and this is where the digital version comes in handy because it actually does it all for you. I would roll a d6. I would add 4, which is the firepower of the unit, because it's 2 for the squad and 2 for the machine gun, so that's 4. I get a +1 because the target was moving, because targets that are moving, they're easier to hit. You might wonder why they're easier to hit because they're moving. It's because if a counter is not moving, it is assumed it's hiding behind some barrels or bushes or whatever. So as soon as it's moving, it's more out in the open. Then Peter will roll a d6 and he will add 3 because that's the terrain modifier of the building. And basically, if I roll higher, then there's a chance that I'll deal damage. And it's automatically worked that out here. So there's a 72.2% chance that I will actually do something and cause a damage check. But as I say, I know that Peter's going to be bringing in a lot more units. So I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to forego this opportunity fight. Just another quick thing. I've played this game once. If you are expecting an absolutely expert playthrough with 2 seasoned veterans, this is not it. There are other videos available online that you can watch for that. Yeah, I'm very much in the still learning this game.
If no other target presents itself for the rest of the turn, that machine gun and squad and the machine gun could in their own impulse choose to shoot at that unit anyway.
Exactly, and it would be exactly the same chance to hit.
And
so
yes, yeah, all the same modifiers would apply at that point.
Yeah.
So you're not losing anything in that sense.
We've got a couple of other people in the chat. The original Grognard has just popped in the chat. Thank you for joining in. And Wargamer Wiggum, who I assume from your YouTube name, you are a Wargamer as well. So thank you very much for joining in.
Okay, so I've moved that unit on. You've foregone your opportunity.
I have.
By action, so I can end impulse. Because that unit used all its movement points. You can't do anything else. So
that is it. You're ending the impulse.
Yeah. So now you get to you get the chance to activate something or pass.
So a turn, of which there are 6 in this scenario, is divided into various impulses. Because Peter had the initiative, he took the first impulse. Now it is my impulse. And this process repeats with players alternating impulses until there are 3 passes. The really clever rule that I really like in this game. So if Peter passes and then I pass and then Peter passes again, that's the end of the turn. Obviously, I'm not going to pass. Well, actually, I might. And this is the thing. As a defender, I could just pass. And then if you pass, that's the end of the turn. No, actually, I would have to pass again.
Yes. You have the option there to come back in.
It's safe for me to pass. Now, I'm not going to, because now that we know the Germans are arriving from the east, I have Corporal Medro here, and I think I'm going to move them. So I'm going to activate this hex here. Now, I don't have to activate all of these hexes. Sorry, all of these counters.
No, you can choose.
I can choose, but I think I'm probably going to move all of them. And I can either do a move, an assault move, or I can lay some smoke. So you can see here, it's counting the movement points, go from one hex to another. And do I go to there or do I go to there? There might be a little bit risky. So I think I'm just going to move into here. Okay. Now, just thinking, maybe I should have done an assault move, because with an assault move, I get to move, is it half my movement?
Half, yes.
Still attack, so I probably should have done that. Never mind.
Yeah. And with the assault move, if you move, you can then reserve the right to fire at some point in the future. You don't necessarily have to fire straight away.
Yes, that's true. So I've probably made a mistake there. I should have probably done an assault move, because I was only moving.
Are you still able to undo that?
You don't think I can undo it? No, there's no undo.
Right.
There you go. That's fine. But that's it.
Does pressing escape undo it, or does that just bring up the options menu?
That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So I could move more, but I'm not going to. I don't think I'm going to stay there. So I'm going to end my impulse.
Okay.
Right. So it's now your go. Yeah, you can't activate these again because these have got the move counter on them, so they've been activated. You're now going to be bringing on some more units.
Yes. So I've selected some more.
So yeah, it's if I assault move, you get to fire, but with a -2. So I should have done that. I should have done an assault move because I wasn't using my full movement. But that's the question that we had the other day. Is if you look at these counters, only my where is it? Only the bottom one has assault move. But this was the rules question that we weren't sure about. Is what happens if I was to move these as all three? Can I then do an assault move with all of them, or only the counter with the red border? I'm assuming only the counter with the red border.
I suspect you'd mark the assault capable units with an assault move counter. And you would mark the others with an ops complete counter.
Yeah.
And that would solve that, really, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I've selected some chaps here, and I'm going to bring them on there.
Now, also, this scenario says that at some point in this scenario, I have a sniper. What's actually really clever about this, which is interesting, is I don't have to decide where that sniper is now. At any point in Peter's turn, I can deploy a sniper and put him in any like building or forest hex or something like that. And yeah, I don't have to declare where they are right now. Okay, so your movement has been interrupted because I've got a chance of opportunity fire.
Yes.
Now this time it's actually harder to hit because you're in a building with a terrain modifier of 4. So,
yes, I'm in a stone building. That's the ones with the grey roof.
I'm going to forego that opportunity to do opportunity fire.
Right, okay. And I shall end impulse there.
So you didn't move very far with that one? Oh, no. It's not a leader. It's only got 4 movement.
It's only got 4 movement points, so that took
right
3, I think, to get there.
Okay.
So I could have gone one further and come out into the open.
Yeah.
I decided that wasn't very safe.
No. I'm going to pass. Now I can come back in when I pass, so that's me basically delaying things.
Yeah. If you want to highlight that hex troops I've just brought in.
Yeah.
They have a different machine gun to
your other squad.
To the other squad. This one.
Your other squad had an MG34. This one is an MG42. So what's the difference between those?
This can be used in 2 modes. It can be used like the normal German machine gun, or it can be set up on a tripod like yours is.
Right, okay.
And if I do so, it improves its stat.
That's what you might be doing. You might keep this guy. This is a single. This it's not a single man counter, is it? This is a half
No,
squad.
it's half squad. So this represents probably
With 3 men.
In the German case, it'd be 4 men. Yes.
4 men, right? Okay. And yeah, you might decide to just leave them there, set that up, and just sit there the whole game and spray this building with machine gun fire. Might, I don't know.
Yes, I might. Yes, that could be a plan.
Oh no, I've given him an idea because he'd have never have thought of that.
Right, so you've passed, haven't you, for now?
I did pass for now, but yeah, I'm probably going to come back in at some point.
So I can bring in somebody else now. Let's move.
What happens if you don't bring all of your units in the first turn of the game? Can you bring them in later?
I imagine so. I don't know. I've never tried it to find out.
Okay. So Wargamer Wiggum says, I could have assault moved, but the other unit would have just done a normal move. Right, okay. So
yes.
If I was to have done an assault move with this group, it would have only been that counter there that would have done the actual assault move. That's the only counter that can do it. But he said leaders can join in on an assault move. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Okay. All right, let's just I'll just bring this chap in next. So this is a medic.
Medic.
So just in case you do anything nasty to these chappies,
the medics have they have no attack, they have no range, they have 6 movement, but your medics can basically, as you might expect, heal soldiers and things like that.
Yes, it's a way of recovering a unit if something bad happens to them. Okay. Yes.
So I'm getting the chance for opportunity fire again. And one of the things with this game, which is different from a lot of other games, is when you actually do any kind of direct fire, either opportunity fire or just a normal attack, you're not just attacking a counter, you're attacking the hex. You're attacking everything in that hex. So you make a roll against the hex, and then if you succeed, everything in that hex has to make a damage check. So if I was to do opportunity fire now and roll well, there was a chance that I would actually damage all of the units in here.
Yes.
I'm not going to take that opportunity fire just yet. Original Grognard says, unless the scenario special rule states otherwise, a side has to bring all of their reinforcements in the turn they are available or lose them. Thank you very much for that.
Right. Yeah.
So don't try that then, Peter.
No. I'm sure. I'm not sure you're aware, Paul, but Original Grognard is one of the developers of the game.
Oh right. Okay. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Devon's. I think
that's Devon, is it? Right. Okay.
Yeah. He's just designed the latest module that's about to be released.
Right. Nice.
Which is a Russian Steppes one, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, so it's back to me, and I shall end impulse with the medic. So back to you, Paul.
It must be interesting then for you watching this to see somebody who isn't that experienced with these hex and counter war games, who's known for playing Euro games, actually dabbling this. So yeah, good job with it. Right, what do I want to do? I think I'm going to pass again. There you go.
Okay.
I like this.
Well,
Casey is here. He's saying, why is the TEM for the building +4? Because he thought all buildings in Lock and Load Tactical were +3. Because this is a stone building. Stone buildings have +4. This one here has +3, I believe.
I'll just take a look at
Atris
the rule
is in the
book.
chat as well. Good morning. Thank you for joining in. Yeah, I mean, I've got one of the rule books online.
Yes. Stone buildings is +4. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Well, so in this version of the rules I've got, yes.
Yes. So TM is target modifier, and there is a player aid that comes with the game with a list of all of the different target modifiers on. Yeah, normal buildings are 3, stone buildings are 4. I think forests are like 2 or something like that. Okay.
Oh,
I have opportunity fire. Oh, now it's a long way, but I have 12 range. 12 range on this machine gun.
Yeah. So the machine gun's in range, but the squad itself isn't.
Oh, so if I was to fire, I'm only adding +2.
Yes.
I don't. Right. Okay. So thematically, help me understand this, Peter, because rules-wise, you add together the inherent firepower of the unit to the firepower of the machine gun.
Yes.
Now, you are outside of range 5, you are within range 12, which is why I'm only getting the firepower of the gun. I understand that. But thematically,
correct,
if you were within range 5, how
Yes.
can the squad be firing guns at you as well as firing the big machine gun?
Well, the machine gun probably takes 2 or 3 men to fire it.
Right. And
And
a
so
squad
the
is
other,
how many?
I think the American airborne squads were 12 men
Oh, right. Okay.
at full strength.
Right. That makes a lot more sense now.
Because I suspect they were expecting to lose
Yeah.
people in the paradrop and etc. So they made them overstrength to start with.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, you'd have 2 or 3 men manning the big nasty machine gun, and the rest
Right.
would be firing with their normal carbines
And
or
the rest
rifles.
of them are fine. Right. Okay. I see.
Yeah.
So what have you moved in here? You've moved in.
It's just a
It's just a
basic
little
single squad.
multi-man squad. It's only got 1
Yeah.
firepower, 6 range.
Yeah,
but
it's nothing dangerous, but we're
No, but
tempting you.
You're tempting me. That's the thing. You're tempting me. So if I was to fire, I get +2. Target is moving +1. Clear terrain. So there's an 83% chance that I will actually cause a damage check.
Absolutely.
Now, I don't know how many more counters you've got to bring on. So I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to fall for your tricks.
Darn. You spotted my plan.
Yeah. So Atris is in the chat and says it's great to witness new player experience with their introduction to Counters War games. Yeah, that's pretty much where I am. As I say, I have dabbled 30 years ago, but it's only in the last 6 months that I've been getting more of an interest to see how these games have evolved and developed. Obviously, they are a lot prettier graphically than they used to be. And I think, generally speaking, the rule books now are a lot clearer than they used to be 30 years ago.
Yes. So this squad's going to carry on moving into the building.
Right. Yep.
That's used all their movement points now.
Right.
So
Okay, yeah, because they've only got 4 movement.
you've only got 4 because they're moving on their own. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So back to you.
Okay. I think I'm going to pass.
Okay. That's a shame. Let's see. So I'm going to bring on the final units that I've got next.
Okay, right. So this is the last lot of units. Because if this was a physical game, I would actually know. I would have the scenario book in front of me, and I'd know what units you had in total.
Yes, absolutely. So now we could try making the same dash, I suppose, but you might not forego the. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do something with that unit this turn. I just don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
I don't know what.
You're going to get a chance to shoot somebody, but you can't shoot at everybody. So I'm going to start there. I'll move to there.
Okay, so yeah, I need to make a decision, because if I decide to forego this, I could use my attack to attack these ones, and because they're within range 5, or 1, 2, 3, 5, I could actually use all of my firepower against these. Problem is, they've got 3 defense because of the building, and they've got 4 defense because of the stone building. So this is actually my better chance. So who have you got in there? You've got Lieutenant Plasman,
yeah,
and a squad with an MG34.
Yes.
Okay. I think I'm going to take this shot. So we're going to have our first attack in the game. Now, obviously, this is the digital version. It's going to do everything for us, but I will talk you through what's going to happen. I'm going to roll a d6. I'm going to add on 2 for the firepower. 1 because the target's moving. Then Peter's going to roll a d6. He's going to add 0 because of the clear terrain. Okay, so I'm going to click this, and it's going to do the fire. There we go. And you can see down in the log down here is really useful, especially if you're learning the game. Yeah. You can see exactly what's happened. So I rolled a 5 plus my 3, so I've got 8. Peter rolled a 2 plus his 0, 2. That means I've exceeded Peter's roll by 6. Now that's incredible, because as long as you exceed it by 1, your opponent must make a damage check. But if the more you exceed it by, the more it affects their damage check. So am I right in thinking that you now have to make a roll for a damage check for each of your units?
Yes, that's right, yes.
But you add 6.
Add 6 because that's the difference in the firing.
Yeah, and you're trying to get low.
Firing step. Yes, I need a total that's equal to or less than the morale of the counter.
Morale value. So you see what's happened is it's done it all for us. So Lieutenant Plassman rolled first, rolled a 5, added the 6, which was the difference in the combat, which is an 11. That's greater than his morale, which means Lieutenant Plassman is shaken. So the counter is physically flipped over to the other side. You can see it's got a red bar across it and it says shaken. And then the squad rolls. The squad rolled a 3, and again, that's shaken as well. Now, a shaken unit can't attack, has only got 2 movement, and I was reading in the rulebook yesterday, that movement cannot be towards the enemy.
That's right, yes.
But basically what you'll be doing, one part of the game we haven't seen yet is the rally phase. At the start of each turn, each player can try to rally their units and basically remove the shaken condition. So that's a really good start for me.
Yeah. When you're doing the damage checks, you always start with the leaders first.
Yes, because if the leader didn't get damaged, their leadership bonus counts to the morale of the other units. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, for everybody else that you're about to test, yes.
Okay. You can activate results window in the options for a better view on the results. Oh, right. Okay. Let's go into that then. And you can also check LOS before bringing in reinforcements. Right. Apparently, I can activate the results window in the options for a better view on the battle. Let's do that. Okay. Let's go into the options. Interface. Where is it? Results window delay. No results window. Okay. So let's put a results window on. Have it there. Is that right? Is that the one? Yeah, so there's a lot of options in there. I think that's it. Right. Okay, let's see what happens next time there's an attack. Set results delay to max. Okay. Oh, forever until. Right, okay, I see. Got it. Okay. So, is it my go?
Because all my units were shaken, there's no, that's stopped their movement. They can't go any further.
Right, so, okay. They lose the rest of their movement points. Yeah.
Yes. My only option now is to end impulse.
Right. Okay.
And which puts the turn back to you.
Yeah. Now I don't have any units left. All of my units have done something. You see that these units here have got the little red counter on them, which means that they have fired, so they can't be activated again. But I still have my sniper. I haven't done anything with my sniper yet.
Yes. Oh, this is true. Yes.
Now, if I don't do anything with my sniper in turn 1, can I bring them in later?
Yes.
I don't know whether I want to. I might actually. It's a little bit risky, but I might try and get rid of Lieutenant Plassman now. It is risky because snipers is basically it's one guy with a gun. If you move into a place with a sniper, the sniper's pretty much gone, isn't it?
Yes, but sometimes one good shot's worth it, isn't it?
Oh.
I think you can bring him in any impulse or at any opportunity fire point as well.
I'm going to pass. I'm not going to bring the sniper in.
Okay. Now, similarly, all my units have done stuff.
So you're passing.
I'm passing.
That's 2 passes. If I now pass, that is the end. And you can see here it says pass and end. That's what we're going to do. That is the end of the first impulse. Next turn, there's a D6 roll to see who's got initiative. The Germans have got initiative, so we're now in the rally phase. So Peter, talk us through how rallying works.
Okay, so in the rally phase, we can basically look at any hexes with shaken units. So if we look at my, what number is that? In N1, hex N1, I've got the leader. To rally things, you need a leader in good order.
Good order means not shaken.
Not shaken.
Okay.
Yes, sorry.
So can you rally this then?
The leaders can always try and rally themselves first.
Right. Okay.
And if he's successful, he can then try and rally the squad.
Right. But if the leader doesn't rally himself, your other squad cannot rally on their own.
That's correct. Yes.
Right. Got it. Okay. And rallying is 2d6, and you've got to get less than their morale.
Yes.
Yeah.
equal or less, I think.
Right, and there are modifiers as well. I think the terrain modifier counts for rallying checks.
Yes, yes. So
Yeah.
if you're in good cover, you have more chance of rallying.
Yeah,
If
which
you
makes
stuck out-
sense.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
if we're stuck out in the autumn like this, it's a reduced chance.
Yeah, but if you were holed up in a building and shaken, again, I'm trying to think about this thematically.
Yes, yeah, it all works
works.
semantically. Yes.
Yeah.
Also, a medic can try and rally a shaken unit as well.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But doesn't have a bonus.
Right.
For doing
Wargamer Wiggum says you need a good order leader, a hero, or a medic to rally.
That's right.
But snipers, for example, can self-rally without a leader, and also all single-man counters can try to self-rally without leaders. Right, excellent.
Yes.
Now, in this scenario, we don't have any heroes, but as I say, what you're seeing now is literally the tip of the iceberg with this game. This is an introductory scenario with some relatively simple units. You know, the game's got rules for, well, everything. Tanks, planes, it's just...
Yeah, there's tanks, artillery, anti-tank weapons, all sorts of things. Yes, absolutely. So I can select. There's an auto rally option, which basically would go through the entire board and do what it can. But for our purposes, we'll do it individually. So
I mean, I can't see what you're doing. So if you wanted to use the auto rally, that'd be fine with me.
Okay.
Because it'll show up in the log.
It will, yes. Okay, so we'll do that.
There we go. So rallying. So Lieutenant Plasman has rolled. You've
Oh,
rolled a double one. Look at that. So because Lieutenant Plasman has rallied, this is the options. Yeah, so I've now got a pop-up box that has said, you've rolled a 2, you've got a success, so Lieutenant Plasman is now ready, which means you now get to rally the other one.
We now have the opportunity to rally anything else in the hex.
So that's failed because you rolled a 9, minus the 1 because that's the leadership of Lieutenant Plasman. You got an 8, which isn't less than or equal to the morale. So the morale check failed on the squad.
Yes.
There you go. Right, cool.
Okay, now I can... Also in the rally phase, you're allowed to set up or dismantle machine guns.
Yes.
So I'm going to go down to hex N8.
Oh, yeah.
And select the machine gun.
There you go.
Which is now set it up on its tripod.
Right, so that's now got 3 firepower with a range of 14.
Yeah, so it's a 1 better firepower and a slightly better range than if it's just on its normal bipod.
Okay, right.
And I've no other options, so I can just continue that now. So now
I've got an option.
Yes.
That I can dismantle this machine gun if I want to move with it, which I don't want to do.
You probably don't want to do that.
So I'm just going to click continue. Right, we are in the operations phase. You got the initiative. You're going first.
Yeah, just close down that window. Keep bonging.
It's still flashing green. It doesn't need to be. I've still got my sniper.
Oh, yes, you do.
Where he is, nobody knows. Literally, nobody knows.
Okay, so I'm going to select N8. Hex. I'm going to select the half squad with the MG42.
Yep.
Now, what I was about to show you, you can't see it happening on the screen.
Can't see it happening, no.
No. So at the moment, your units in the building on my screen are greyed out.
Yeah, because they're not, because you haven't spotted that hex, have they?
Yes,
right?
Although we can see that there's some counters there.
Yeah.
Physically, or digitally in this case, they aren't a target unless we're able to successfully spot them.
Yeah.
Now I could do a spotting check at the moment to try and see if you've given away your position at all.
Right. So this is one part of the rules I wasn't quite clear on, because these units here in I6, I have fired with them.
You have.
But why are they not spotted?
It seems to reset at the end of each turn. There's a spotting status.
You currently can't fire at any of my people in I5 or I6.
No.
You haven't spotted those hexes.
Unless I spot them, or you were to reveal by your position by firing
by
again,
firing. Okay.
or by moving out to somewhere else. Okay, so at the moment I would have to do a spotting check, which
Right.
probably only has a 1/3 chance of success.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I might leave that for now. Let's leave that. Let's go back to squad in M1.
So yeah, this hex here is still flashing green for me, even though I don't think it should be, because we've passed that point. Can't stop it from flashing green.
What's that? Sorry.
That I6 for me is still pulsating green.
I6.
Yeah. You know when I had the option of dismantling the gun?
Right.
I said no, but it's still flashing green for me.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to select squad in M1.
Okay. Yeah. Lieutenant Passman can do something, but the other one can't because it's shaken.
That's correct. Yes.
Right. Okay. Is he gonna abandon his squad?
He may do. So yeah, you didn't get the chance to opportunity fire because there's blocking terrain in the way. You couldn't see that.
Yeah, there was no line of sight from here to here. So what you've done here is you've activated N1, but because N1 contains a leader, when you activate a stack of counters with a leader in it, you can actually also activate everything adjacent to that leader. So
no,
is that right?
Sorry, no, I've just activated M1.
Oh, M1. Right.
That would have been a good idea.
Right, because N1 for me has got a red border around it. That's why I thought you'd got that one.
All right, sorry.
Okay.
So I've moved to there.
Yep.
That's use that, so I shall end impulse.
Oh. There's a sniper. Do this when it's not your turn, use the hotkey. Right, I missed it. I might do. So what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So again, these shaded counters means that I can't see them.
That's right, yes.
So, okay. Let's have...
I think you can probably see N1. They won't be greyed out because they're in the open.
I can see K1 and I can see N1. But L4 is greyed out.
Yes.
N8 is also greyed out. So I can't shoot at them without making what's called a spot check.
Yes.
I'm going to deploy my sniper. There is a sniper in I2.
Ooh, boo.
Okay. And that sniper has got, how much firepower has he got? He doesn't have firepower, does it?
No, it gets
2 dice.
Yeah, 2 dice added together rather than just the 1 die.
Yeah. And snipers don't attack an entire hex. They only attack a single unit. Normally you can't choose what unit. It goes on like an order of priority. But this one is just that one in there. So I'm going to do that. We're going to have a shot. Oh, low crawl prevents a squad from getting spotted, but can only move 1 hex. Yes, we haven't done the low crawl yet.
No.
Now, I've rolled 2 dice.
Oh,
I got a 10. You roll 1 dice, you got a 6.
Yes.
Which means fire check roll 2, no effect. Because there's a chance that when you fire, something might catch on fire.
If you rolled a 6, yes.
If I'd rolled a 6. So yeah, I did, but then we rolled to see if it caught on fire, which it didn't. And then you roll, and you get a 4, so it's less than double the morale.
Yeah, so they become shaken.
They become shaken. Right. Okay, nice. That sniper's done their job.
They have.
And then I'm going to end impulse.
Yes.
This is going a little bit better than our test game the other day, where I'd lost the game on turn 3 by losing every single American soldier.
You may say it's going better.
Yeah, it's going better for the Americans.
Indeed, yes. Right, let's see if we can do this. Right, let's. Oops. select the right thing.
Which ones are you going to activate?
I'm just activating the leader
Mm-hmm.
in N1,
Yeah.
and he's going to move around to there.
Oh, right. Okay.
So he's going to go and shout at them.
Yeah. But
Sorry,
am I right?
encourage them.
Am I right in thinking now that your squad in N1 is basically shaken for the rest of the game? They can't self-rally.
They can't self-rally. I would have to send somebody
Yeah.
to go and to try and rally them. Yes.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Okay. So they can move to, but they can't move to. So they're effectively out of the game for the moment.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Back to you.
Yeah, I think. Well, I think I'm going to pass because you can't fire at me without making a spot check, and then when you do fire at me, I'll know where you are, so I can then fire at you. So I'm going to pass.
Yes.
because this is, I've currently got control of all
Yes.
7 of the
absolutely,
points.
yeah.
The pressure is on you to attack.
Yes, if the game ends like this,
I win. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll just sit here in a Mexican standoff for the next 4 turns.
Okay. So I will go back to N8. I will select the machine gun, and we will try and half squad the crew, and we will try and make a spotting attempt.
Right. So I don't know how spotting attempts work. Does it count as the activation for that unit?
I think they have. I think they have the chance to opportunity fire maybe later.
Okay.
Should anything arise, but I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure they can't move. Anyway, so we'll try and spot.
Right.
So
because this is going to do it for us.
Yes. So I do that.
Okay, so you've rolled the dice, got a 5, and it says HC of the building less than or equal to 2.
Yeah.
So you failed.
Yes, I think it's a heavy building. You need 2s, otherwise most other things it's a 3. I think.
Right.
Trees
okay.
Or other sorts of buildings.
So you failed to spot me, which means you can't then fire.
Yes, my only option now is to click that to end the targeting, and so that's marked them with some sort of marker, but not
Look,
it isn't a fire marker, is it? It's
marked them with
whatever that is.
Yeah, I can't quite see.
No. Anyway,
small red counter with a vertical thing and a line through it.
Yeah.
So Devon says a unit that makes a spotting check is marked with an ops complete marker. That's what it is. It's an ops complete marker, which means they've done something.
Yeah. So that's their turn used up. Yes.
Okay, so they can't move or fire, but they can still opportunity fire. Interesting.
I'm not sure about the opportunity fire now either.
Well, that's from the developer.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, he said it means they can't move or fire, but can opportunity fire.
Right. Okay. Right. Thank you for that.
Interesting.
Yes.
Okay.
So my only option now is to pass because they failed their test.
And if they succeeded in spotting, they could have fired. Right. Okay. So you do a spot check. If you succeed at the spot check, you can then fire.
Yes, that's right.
So this is interesting. It's giving me the option to pass, but if I do pass, it's pass and end.
Yes, because you passed before.
So I passed before, then you've passed.
Yeah, my only option was to pass because I failed the spotting attempt.
But what about your squad in L4?
I think they would not get to do anything this turn. Oh, I see. Oh, maybe I could have selected them then.
Yeah. I think because you're spotting,
Right. Okay.
So you probably shouldn't have passed.
No. Oh, well, never mind.
So rather than passing and ending, because we're still learning, I'm going to do something with mine then. Let's do this whole spot check thing myself. So I'm going to select,
and then the viewers can see how it works.
Yeah. So I'm going to select this unit here. So we've got 4 options. We've got move, assault move, lay smoke, and option 4 is activate adjacent hexes. We don't want to do that. So how do I make a spot check?
You could just select one unit.
Yeah.
And then
ones.
There's like a little binocular icon above the.
No, I've only got low crawl or activate adjacent hexes.
Maybe they don't have a line of sight to anything.
Yeah, I mean, there is the building in J5 is probably in the way, to be fair.
Yes. Yes, the I5 possibly doesn't have a line of sight, a potential line of sight to anybody, any of mine.
Wiggum says you don't have line of sight to the unit.
Yeah. So
I don't have line of sight to L4. I also don't have line of sight to N8.
No, because the wall's in the way. To see across a wall, you've got to be next to it.
Right.
Or the thing you're looking at has to be next to it.
So I've just activated the line of sight tool, which you can see, and yeah, I do not have line of sight there because it's blocked by the wall. Don't have line of sight there because it's blocked by there. So where I am is actually not a very good position.
It's a safe position.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't see you either.
That's true. Okay, so let's change my mind. Let's go to this one. Let's go to I6, and we're going to try this spot attempt. So it says, if I can get the tooltip to stay, attempt to spot an unspotted hex containing enemy units. Chances of success depend on leadership and the terrain in the target hex. So we're going to go for it, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to do a spot. I'm going to do a spot on here. I'm rolling a d6, and basically I need a 1 or a 2. Let's do it. Rolled a 4. So I failed the spot attempt. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, what's interesting is I can now go and activate the other unit.
Ah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, Devon says with a failed spotting check, you can still do something else. So what you accidentally did was a misclick, and you clicked pass.
Yes. Yeah, that's fine.
Because that's what I've now got. I've got pass and end. So the spotting attempt doesn't count as activating a unit, really.
No.
Okay.
It's sort of outside the impulse then, in effect, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't really want to count, to be honest.
No, let's just end the turn then. It's fine.
I think I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm going to pass and end. Right, I've got the initiative for round 3. Oh, sorry, turn 3. So in the rally phase, I do not want to dismantle that. So I'm just going to click continue. You get a chance to rally, and then you get a chance to do some other stuff as well. Oh, and the rally weapon reminders are in the top left. This is nice. So Hex N8. Half squad has MG42 assembled and immobile. Right, okay, so it's telling you what is the situation.
Yes.
Good.
So I'll go to K1 and try and rally the squad with the...
So basically, you're rolling 2 dice. You're adding 1 because of the leadership. And if you get a 5 or less...
Yes.
Sorry, you're minusing 1 for the leadership. So not quite, just short.
No, because the terrain's not really helping, is it, there?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it, really.
Okay, so I've got the initiative.
Yes.
I'm going to use the sniper. Sniper is going to have a chance, is going to shoot at this. So it says, oh, no, you're not spotted. Right, okay.
Oh, yeah, we're hiding in the
yeah,
field.
Okay, so even though I know you're there, this is interesting. So this game has a few differences from a lot of other games that I've played, and this spotted rule is a different thing.
Yes, I think this is one of the main innovations of this one.
Right, okay. So yeah, we're going to try.
It takes away the eye of God sort of thing. From
yeah. The map, I'm going to try and use the sniper to spot. So I need a 1 or a 2.
Yes. But he's not foregoing his opportunity.
No.
Fire.
He's failed.
No, he's spotted anyway.
No.
He's on my board.
Yeah, the sniper is because the sniper. So I've just tried to spot K1 and failed. Oh, the chat is obscuring the view in the upper left corner. Right, okay, yeah, bear with us a minute because the view that I'm seeing is slightly different from the view that you're seeing. So what I'm going to do Just going to resize the window a bit. There you go. So you actually see everything. There you go. Thank you for letting me know. That should be better now. So yeah, my sniper in I2 tried to spot K1 and failed.
Right, that's interesting because on my system here, it's succeeded.
Did it?
Yes.
How can it do that?
I don't know.
Yeah, it says roll 6, modifier 0, less than or equal to 2, failure.
I've got rolled 2, less than or equal to 2, success.
Right, okay, we've got a slight bug there. This is a bug. Please report by pressing F3. I'll press F3. So I'm going to put in my email address. Here we go. It has to be said that the game is still in early access. There are still quirks with it, but they are updating it very, very regularly. Yeah, the game is still in beta.
Yeah. I think if I come out, well, if we were to come out, we can restart from where we are.
Okay.
Because obviously there's no point carrying on if we're so out of sync, is there?
No.
Right.
We rolled 6. Opponent 2. Right. I mean, you've got this video as well, but that will attach the most recent save. So yeah, there's an inbuilt bug reporting system in there, which is really good. Thank you for sending the report. Okay, I've done. So how are we going to fix this? Are you going to exit out and come back in?
I'll exit out, yeah, and see what.
Okay, and we'll see what that does.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, just saying resume didn't help, so exit game. Let's hope this doesn't cancel it.
Hope not.
I've got an option now that says continue last game.
Yeah, so try that. See what happens. Maybe somebody in the chat will help us tell you what you need to do to continue.
That's still coming back as though you've spotted me. So
okay.
If I exit again.
That's the thing. This might be a bug that we can't actually.
So I'm all the way out now.
Okay.
So return to main menu.
Peter's exiting the game and going back in and seeing what happens.
So I'm back at the main screen.
Okay.
I've selected you as an opponent. Maybe you need to exit out and invite me again.
I can do that. Let's see what happens. I hope this works. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short game. So I'm going to go to exit game because it has saved it. Do you really wish to quit the scenario and return to the main menu? Yeah, because maybe it's my result that's wrong. I don't know. Right, okay. So I'm going to click on you to invite you. So basically, if you're friends with somebody on Steam, they appear on the right-hand side. Oh, you've invited me.
Sorry, I can't.
No, that's fine.
That.
No, it's okay. Oh, no, because that's you as the Americans now.
Yeah. So I'll exit again, sorry.
Go to the main menu. Oh, I'm going to invite you.
So, yeah, you invited me. I say yes.
Yeah. And then there's a load save button. And don't know if these are in date order or not. Yeah, turn 3, maybe one is. Yeah, autosave / assault.
Yeah.
E03. So let's try that one. Go make ready.
I'll do the same. Yes, that may take us back just a little way.
Yeah, I mean, if it takes us back before the spotting attempt, that's good.
Yes.
I'm going to click launch game. Right, so we are in the operations phase, and it says error reading file, attempt to deserialize an empty stream. Ooh, I don't know what that is.
Mine's gone back into where I was.
Yeah, mine has 2. I'm going to do a spot attempt. We're going to try again. Right, this time, I've rolled a 6. Now, what does it show on your screen?
I've now got the same.
Yay! Oh. We are synced. We did it. Right, okay, there you go. So, because I failed the spot attempt, I can't shoot you. But
No.
I can still do something with other things.
Yes, you can move on to something else now if you wish.
If I wish, that's the question. I don't want to. I'm just going to pass. Yeah. Okay, we're good. So there you go. That's what you can do. If you do get a bug like that, you can fix it and exit, load a previous save, and go back in and do it again.
Okay, so I'm going to select the machine gun team in the bottom of the map, and we'll try a spotting
You're going to try and spot attempt
on I6 again.
Yeah. I understand this spotting attempt rule, and it is quite good, but the chances are very low. We could be here for the next 3 rounds just not spotting each other.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I need to carefully now select another unit, don't I?
Unless you want to pass, but if you do, that will end the round, because I will then pass again.
Yes, indeed. Okay, I shall select Lieutenant Koch.
He is in his building.
And we'll also try and spot I6.
Another roll that you need a 2.
I'll just do it with the squad and the gun. Yep. So let's. Oh, I'm not.
And the medic make a spot as well.
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
I think he's supposed to be a non-combatant.
Right.
Stuff going on. Oh.
But one of the things that is a little odd with the interface is that, for me, I2 still has a red border around it, and the units in N8 are still flashing red. If they are the current active ones.
Right. Has it changed now to L4?
Nope.
That's because I've got them selected.
Things changed yet for me.
So
again, as I say, the game is still in beta and they are still making tweaks and things like that. There you go. It's done it now. You rolled a 4 on the spotting attempt.
No, sorry.
Oh no, you're laying smoke.
Change them. I was trying to lay smoke into K4.
Right. Okay. So this is an action we've not seen yet.
Yeah. Again, that's a dice roll, 1 or a 2, and that places obscuring smoke in an adjacent hex if you're successful.
Right. Okay.
Which they weren't. So that ends their impulse.
Yeah. I thought you might have rushed ahead. Oh, you might still rush ahead.
No, that's their turn used up.
Right.
So
but who?
That was
the squad.
That was
the leader.
The squad. Yeah, the leader still hasn't activated.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think I'm sitting pretty here on just delaying things a bit. I mean, again, I could have a. Oh no, I can't have a spot attempt because I can't see anything from I5. I6.
You could try and spot from I6.
I can try and spot from I6. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. I'll try and spot from I6. Need to roll a 2. I've got a 1. Right, so they are spotted. Means I can now fire. But if I fire, I'm now spotted, which means you can then fire at me.
If I've got anything unactivated that can do
exactly,
so, yeah.
Exactly. Which you don't. So
possibly not now. No.
Yeah. So I'm going to fire. There's only a 41.7% chance of causing a damage check. Let's try it. So I rolled a 5. You've rolled a 1.
No.
Got it. So you have to make a damage check at +4. Ouch.
+4, indeed. Yes.
So Devon says, yeah, sometimes you have to sacrifice a unit by moving them up to either draw fire or move to an enemy unit. An infantry unit next to an enemy unit always spots them. Right, okay, so that's how you can spot somebody for definite, is by moving next to them. So you rolled a 10, so that's shaken.
That's the medic. The medic's shaken.
Medic is shaken. Half squad is shaken.
Yeah, they rolled a 3, plus the 4 is 7, more than 5. They become shaken 2.
Okay. And that'll do for me. I'm going to end impulse. Nice.
Yeah, this isn't going well.
Oh, is it?
You've ended impulse.
I have ended
Yes.
the impulse.
Right. So I can't do anything from N8. Um,
N8 is done. Basically got L4 left. And even those have tried a spotting attempt, so they can't do very much either.
yeah, I've got the leader in.
The two leaders haven't done anything, but they can't, you know, they don't have any firepower themselves, do they? They can't go out and start shooting people.
They're inherently themselves. No, they
Mhm.
can. They are allowed to man a machine gun in a
Right.
heroic fashion.
Okay.
If they do so, that takes up all their attention, and they lose the leader ability and
Yeah.
bonus
Okay.
and
That
things.
makes thematic sense.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't really like doing this, but I think I'm going to have to. I'm going to activate the leader.
Yep. Make a dash for it. Oh. Oh.
Go this way.
I see. Right. Yeah.
And he's going to go and shout at them.
Going to go shout at them. Wake up. Get off the ground.
And we shall end impulse there.
Okay.
And taking the route I did meant I wasn't never in a line of sight of your chappies, so there was no opportunity fire.
That's why I didn't get to do opportunity fire, because you stayed behind this wall and then, yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So that's the end of impulse. Back to you.
Right. At this point, I might do something a bit crazy. We are going to do an assault move.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to try this. We're going to do an assault move. So that reduces my movement, and it also gives me a penalty to attack, but it means I do get to move and attack.
Yes.
So I'm going to move to there. And how do I fire? That's the end of my movement. I've got the hourglass on screen. Unless I'm doing this incorrect.
No, I've got an opportunity fire.
Oh, right. Okay.
Option now.
Oh, of course, yeah.
The squad that failed its spotting attempt still can try.
Yeah, so you've got an opportunity.
Which is coming up with I'm +2, you're +4. So 1 in 6 chance of causing a damage check that would only be at +1, which you'd have a very good chance of succeeding at.
But you're not going to be able to do anything else, so you might as well take it.
Yes, but you may move another hex yet.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think you will.
I probably wouldn't, no. I like buildings.
But if I fired now, you may do. So I'm going to hold fire for now.
Yeah. Okay. Right,
and
so
currently at the moment, I'm unspotted as well, I think.
Right. James is saying, do I currently have control of all 7 marked hexes? Yes, I do.
You do, yeah.
I have all 7. The little symbol at the bottom of the hex there shows which side is in control of it.
Yeah, it's got like they have a little American star on them at the moment.
Monica's joined in as well. Hi, Monica. Thank you for joining in. So we're now going to do assault fire, and we think that it's only going to be the unit that can assault fire that is going to assault fire.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, and it says this stack is not spotted. So I can't actually do that because they're not spotted. Oh.
No, do you have the option to spot? Is there like a little?
I do not have the option to spot.
Right.
Oh.
Do you have an option, a line of sight to anybody else? Like N1, perhaps.
It's blocked by the building.
Right. Okay.
So I think we're going to have to take the risk. We are going to continue the assault move out into the open. Yeah. There you go.
Now that should spot me.
It will spot you because I'm now adjacent, but you're going to op fire on me.
Yeah, you're going to spot me. Now I'm going to op fire, yeah.
From out of the window as I'm rushing towards the building.
Yeah, we'll suddenly pop up and go.
Oh,
ouch.
Wow.
Oh, ouches.
So 9 against 1.
Oh, no.
So that's a +8. Okay, so I'm now making some checks. So Corporal Medro is shaken. Yep, the half squad is shaken. The other squad. Oh, casualties. Right. So what happens is, if you roll more than the morale or less or up to double the morale, it's shaken. If it's less than 3 times, then it's casualties. What's happened is that unit is now actually reduced to a half squad because some of them have actually died.
Yeah,
and they're all shaken.
Yeah, you rolled a total of 12, which is double the morale. So
yeah,
twice or more results in casualties. Yeah.
There we go. So I can't do anything else. I'm going to end the impulse. Apparently, I could have still spotted the unit in the building if I would have clicked on the unit that had the assault fire. It would have defaulted to a spotting attempt. Okay.
Oh well.
Good to know.
Yeah, we know for next time.
We do. Yeah.
Definitely still learning. So if you end impulse, I
did.
Yep.
I think it's your go now.
Yeah. So I've my N8 can op fire. They've fired. I think the only thing left I could activate is Lieutenant Passman, but he needs to stay where he is to encourage them. So I'm going to pass.
Okay.
I think you've activated
I
everybody
don't
now.
have. Well, no, I've got the sniper in I2.
Oh yes, yeah,
he can still do
fire.
ops fire.
Yeah,
but that's all he can do. So I'm also going to pass. And you pass, and that's the end of that turn.
It's in the turn 3.
We both rolled a 1 for initiative, which means the current player keeps it.
Yes.
So I'm going to try and rally, and I'm just going to click the auto rally button so that it does it all for me.
Oh,
that's nice. So Corporal Medro is okay. Let's have a look at the other ones. Yes. Nice. The half squad is rallied. The other half squad is not rallied. Okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to dismantle that machine gun. Your rally attempts.
Okay. So I shall start. I'll start and try an auto rally. So up in the north of the map.
Doing down there. So the medic.
Doing down there. The medic
has rallied.
Succeeded. Yes.
Now it's going to that one. Nope, that's a failure. The guys in the wheat field don't want to know.
No.
That's a failure as well.
Oh,
it's because they're out in the open.
So
don't like it.
No, it's not good trying to rally in the open.
However, the half squad succeeds. An 8. So.
All right, yes.
Right, there we go. That's the rallying attempt done. Now we go to the operations phase.
Yes, so you get to start, don't you?
Ow. I probably should do something with K4. Now, this unit is shaken, so I'm going to deselect that one. I don't think that... I think this is right. I think I have to deselect that one, that I'm only doing something with these 2.
Yes. Yes. The ones that you want to activate will be on the left of the box, and the other one... Yeah.
Now, these are no longer greyed out because they are spotted. So I could stand here and shoot them if I really wanted to. Or I could move in and do melee.
You could, yes.
I think I might do. So I'm actually going to move into the building. We're going to rush into the building and we're going to do melee. Now, I don't know how the melee rules work, but I'm going to do it. And we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah.
I mean, it's actually telling me on the left-hand side. Here we go. Americans potential firepower 1, Germans potential firepower 3. Oh, because you got a machine gun.
Yeah.
So attack odds 1, 3 or less. Target number 11, 8.3% chance of success. Counter attack. Target number 5. Right. No, that's really bad.
That's
really bad. So me rushing in to melee is a really bad idea. So instead, what should I do? Should I go back into the building? Maybe I'll go back into the building.
Um,
I can't do an assault move. The
can
assault
your
move one.
can your heavy machine gun shoot at L4?
I see what you mean.
So
So let's forget that
they,
squad.
if they were able to, I mean, that's
The other
leaving.
squad. Yes, I can.
That gives you some chance to shake that unit,
Yep.
and then it wouldn't be able to defend itself from an assault from
Have line of
a
sight.
melee.
I know what you're doing though. You're tempting me to shoot for my 6 so that you can then shoot at me. You know what you do. But you're right. If I was to attack,
It's an option, yes.
I got a
Or
58.3%.
you could just play it safe and bring them all back to the building. Of course.
Well, I can't. Oh no, I can bring them all back.
Yes.
I can because although it's shaken,
Yeah, you're moving away.
I can move
You're
away.
not moving. You're not trying to move closer.
Yeah, let's do that. So
And it could be an assault move.
it's giving
then
me
you
the
can-
option of an assault move, but surely I shouldn't be able to assault move.
Oh no, it's the assault movie one that's shaken, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So So there's no benefit to doing so.
No. There we go. So I'm just going to move back here, and you get a chance to op fire me.
I do, don't I?
You do. This is one of those games where you need to play it a few times for some of the rules to click, but also a lot of the tactical decisions.
Yeah.
And as
And I
I've only
think-
played this once before.
Yeah, I think if you know the basics of the rules by playing it and looking at all the logs, you'll get a very good inkling of it being taught how to play. But you need a little bit of grounding first.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm going to take this shot because
Okay.
I don't think anything that much better is going to come along.
Probably not.
So
Okay, so you've rolled a 2 and I've rolled a 6.
my total
Means,
is-
yeah, safe.
so we missed.
No effect. So I can carry on moving if I want to, but I don't want to. We don't want to go to the graveyard. He's knocked over one of the gravestones. Terrible. Kids these days.
Kids today.
I have ended my impulse.
Okay. So let's see. So my machine gun doesn't have a line of sight to them. They aren't spotted yet. Yeah, still shouting at their squads, trying to encourage them some more. So I think I'm going to pass
Okay.
because it's dangerous out there.
It is. Okay. Well, I'm gonna activate this. We are gonna try. Yeah. Try and fire there. Just having a coughing fit here, which is why I keep muting my microphone. Yeah. So although these are a lot closer, they're in a building. So I'm actually going to have a shot, long range shot here. I've rolled a 5. You've rolled a 5. That is a hit. You have to make a damage check with a +2.
Yeah, difference of 2.
So
So
no
the
effect
leader
on
rolls.
the leader.
Yeah, total of 6. So his modifier will help on the
Casualties.
squad. Yes, because they're already shaken.
Right.
The result that would normally just shake them instead gives them
It
casualties.
goes to casualties. Right. Okay.
Yes, there's like a sliding scale of bad effects.
Got it. Right. I'm going to end my impulse. That's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, Monica's in the chat saying, yeah, this is not her kind of game, but you are looking into Pavlov's House. Yeah, so Pavlov's House, I would definitely recommend Pavlov's House. It is a war game. I think it's a war game, but it's not a hex and counter war game. And it's fairly streamlined with relatively simple rules. Yeah, Pavlov's House is a game I've covered on the channel before. That's really good.
Okay, so I'm going to activate N8. Who'll shoot at you.
Who can now fire because I'm spotted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
You rolled a 5, I rolled a 6.
Oh, shame.
Missed.
So we missed.
Yeah.
That's all they can do.
Okay. Yeah, I've got the sniper, but I don't think the sniper can hit anything. Oh. Can see there, but the stack's not spotted. Can't see there because of the building. Can't see there.
Yeah.
And can't see there. Now, can the snipers move? They can't, can they?
No, they're stuck in.
They're stuck in that position. That's where they are. So yeah, that sniper can't actually do anything. These have all done something. These have done something, so I'm going to pass.
Okay. What have I got left? I've only got the medic left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think he's going to have to manoeuvre himself. You've all done stuff, haven't you? So
all of my units. Well, apart from the sniper. Sniper hasn't done anything yet.
True. So that could be. Our sniper's allowed to shoot medics. Oh, there's a moral dilemma.
There is a moral question. It's a rules question and a moral question.
Well, let's find out. Apparently not.
Apparently not. So snipers can't shoot medics.
Quite right too. So we shall end impulse there.
Okay. I'm going to pass a second time. Actually, the first time. You passed, so I'm going to pass. Right.
You can.
Turn 5, you've got initiative.
Yes, I need to get moving.
Maybe you should have put the sniper at the other end of the building. I thought so. The reason I didn't put the sniper here is the last time me and Peter played, I put a sniper somewhere, and then Peter just straight away ran in there and got rid of the sniper. So I was a little worried that he was going to do that, which is why I put them at that end of the building instead.
I'm going to click auto rally and see.
Right, we're going to see what happens. Here you go. Finally.
Yeah.
Got their act together.
And the other one, no.
They didn't.
And I'm leaving the other machine gun set up.
Yep.
So that's the end of my
rally phase. They're going to do an auto rally. Nope. They're not interested. And I'm going to leave the machine gun set up. Right. So, you'll go first. Operations phase.
Yes.
None of mine are spotted.
No. Once again, none are spotted. Well, it's turn 5, isn't it? So we've only got 2 turns. So
You've only got 2 turns to claim 3 objectives. Good luck with that. It might be tricky.
It's like we need to get a bit reckless, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Better or worse. Right, let's try and oh dearie me. I know I should be more cautious than this, but hey-ho. Oh, failed. Okay. I was
failed the spot check. Oh, that was laying smoke, was it?
I was going to try and lay smoke in K4 to give some modicum of cover for rushing across the road, but
right, okay.
So,
but laying smoke you were using in an offensive manner?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, an aggressive manner. Right, okay.
Yes. Yes.
I think I'll try and do a spot check first with the sniper.
Oh.
Spotted.
Oh, just rolled off that 5.
Spotted, which means I can have attack. I've rolled a 10, you've rolled a 4. Yeah, I've hit somebody.
Hit something.
And it'll be the leader. That is a casualty. Oh no, it's the half squad. I thought it went for the leader first.
I think Having reread the rules, I think it is actually random.
It's random, is it? Okay.
It always seemed to be picking the leaders in the other
Right,
game we tried,
okay.
didn't it?
So yeah, I got a casualty on that half squad. Sorry, on that squad. So it's now down to a half squad.
It is indeed, yes.
Snipers do me well. You'll go.
A bit stuck because I've got no squads. Oh, sorry. Let's try and get heroic. I'll select these. So in N1, the leaders grabbed them. Yeah, the leaders grabbed the machine gun off the squad.
Oh right, okay. Give me that.
Yeah, which takes two movement points, unfortunately.
Right. Okay. He's got 4 movement points left.
Only got 4 left, so. Oh dear.
Yeah, you can move like weapons and stuff between counters.
Oh yes, yeah. I should just explain that, shouldn't I? Oh, there's nowhere sensible for him to go. He's going to get shot wherever he goes.
Yeah. He's just looked at his watch and realised there's only 5 minutes left, and he's got to
get weaving.
Yeah.
Let's...
Hi. Hey.
Oh, it still doesn't get near enough a building. Oh, never mind. I've moved him now. Okay, back to you.
Pass. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think it's the right one you need to do. Okay, so I'm going to have to try a spotting attempt with my heavy machine gun. The only thing he's line of sight to is your heavy machine gun.
Yep.
And
nope. Can't see me. Hiding.
I think we've got the only myopic machine gun squad in the army.
Yeah.
Can't see a thing.
Boarded up the windows as well.
Back to you. Oh no. Not back to you. I've still got this.
So the snipers can't shoot the medics.
No, well, because I'm now in a hex with somebody else.
So
that's triggered on fire against the hex. Yeah.
I'm going to take it. Yeah, I've hit with a damage check of +3.
3, yeah.
Roll for the medic first.
Yeah, so he's shaken.
Medic is shaken.
And the shaken squad.
Casualties. And they were already down to a half squad, so they're gone.
Yeah.
That's been an unlucky hex for you, has N1.
It has, yes. Oh, I've got the chance to alt fire. Who with?
Yep. Because I've just fired for my 6, so therefore I'm now spotted. I guess. So you're op firing my op fire? Is that right?
Possibly. No. Oh no, that was something to do. Oh no. It's
something else, was it?
Yeah, it was still a status message from your side.
Oh right,
I was reading as me.
Right.
So Lieutenant Cox moved. Lieutenant Passman could dash over there, couldn't he? But he's not allowed to go into melee, so there's no point moving on his own. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. Oh, dear me. Okay, so my only option is end impulse.
Okay. Monica's saying this looks like the whole area, but will it eventually build out from there? If you mean just this map, this is a very short scenario. This is an introductory scenario, and this is the whole map. You don't explore other areas. You build the map and you build the scenario at the start. That's it. But some of the later scenarios have 2 maps or 4 maps or much bigger.
Some of those are much bigger, and there could be hundreds of counters on each side even.
Yeah, and take you all day to play.
Yes, and there's a big design your own element built into the both the digital and the physical version.
Right. Okay.
So from any of the modules that you own on the digital version, you can mix any maps.
Right.
And choose any units that you wish and mix them all together into one big scenario.
Okay. Yeah. What happens? The hit with a +1.
Yeah, so damage check at +1.
No effect on Lieutenant Plasman. And no effect on them.
Ooh.
End impulse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is almost the end. Turn 5.
Indeed, yes. I think I've only got the leader that could do anything, and he needs to stay where he is. So
Pass.
Yeah, pass and end.
There we go. Right, so you've got the initiative for the final turn of the game. Rally phase.
Yeah. Okay, click auto rally. No.
They've decided they just want to stay there. Medic has self-rallied.
Yeah, he's happy. So that's all mine checked.
I'm going to try and auto rally.
Ooh,
Succeeded.
Yes.
And I don't want to dismantle the machine gun. Right, off you go then. Operations phase. Last turn of the game.
Oh dear. So somehow I need to try and capture 4 buildings.
Somehow you've got to capture 4 of these objective points.
Well, okay.
Don't think that's going to happen.
It's not going to happen, is it? So let's. Can I get anywhere with anybody? Right, let's start here. Oops, no, the other way around.
None of my units are spotted from your point of view.
No, which is correct. So I'll move there.
Okay, so I can do ops fire.
You could.
Which, why not? I think I will. I hit with a +1.
+1, so
damage check, so no effect. Now, that means you can carry on moving?
Yes.
And doing whatever you were doing?
Yes.
Oh, I've also got my sniper. Can I have a go at him?
Good, yes.
Let's do that. Yeah, +4 on the damage check.
+4 check.
Taken. Right, so now he can't do anything.
Now you upset him. Oh,
yeah.
Dear.
But that is the sniper used, and that is my other units used. I suspect that was a ploy.
Maybe not. So, yeah, at this point, I could move in and attack the sniper, but he's not defending an objective. So, well, oh no, sorry, we're still on. Oh no, on a new turn.
Lieutenant Plasman, aren't you? Lieutenant Plasman is done. Over to my impulse.
it's allowing me to activate somebody else.
Okay. But why?
Why is that then?
Maybe because where Lieutenant Plassman was before you moved, in K1, which meant you could have used his leadership to activate J1 as well.
Indeed, yes. Yes, that's what it's showing.
Even though J1 is also another officer. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's an officer.
If it's letting you do that.
It's an officer carrying a machine gun.
Yeah.
So it can't move. Oh, I was thinking it could move 6. It can only move 4. It must slow him down, was carrying the machine gun.
Right, okay. Which again, thematic makes sense. Carrying a big heavy machine gun on his own.
On his own and with all the ammunition, yes.
Yeah.
So it's moving forward to there. Don't think you can go any further. Okay, back to you.
These, not much that I can see. Right, there's nothing that I can see, so I'm going to pass. Keep them in the building, hiding behind the windows for now.
Okay, I'll try and spot from N8. We'll try and spot once again L6.
Only needing a 1 or a 2 is
and they've missed again. That's 4 failures, is it? 5
yeah,
failures?
I think so.
Well, there's only one option now. This really isn't a safe thing to do, but
is L4 going to charge in?
Yes,
to J5.
We may as well demonstrate the melee rule.
So people watching who don't know the game may have wondered why there were 2 event counters on certain spaces. Well, those event counters, when a German unit enters that hex, something happens and you read the scenario book. So because the Germans have entered that hex, it's German reinforcements.
Yes, and also some American reinforcements.
Some American reinforcements as well. Right. Okay.
In the second sentence of the scout reports, American column is hot on the Germans' heels.
Right. There you go. Okay. So this is what we're getting. Oh no, this is the melee.
This is the melee.
You've gone in with those 2, and I've gone in with these. Opponent selected melee targets. Oh, do you select?
Yes, I could choose just to attack 1 or more units, and you then do it like an odds-based.
Okay.
Firepower versus firepower.
Yeah, so it's saying the odds are 3 to 2.
If I choose both of your units, it's 3 to 2.
Yep.
If I chose just 1, it will be 3 to 1.
Right. Okay.
But you would then have 1 unit left, which is what I'm trying to avoid, isn't it? Because I'm trying to capture the hex. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attack both of yours.
See what happens.
Yeah. In the actual physical game, there's a melee chart that gives you a roll that you need to make.
Right.
And in this case, at 3 to 2, it's a 7+ on 2 dice. There's no terrain modifiers or anything, so it can get quite messy. So, so I rolled a 7 and shot you.
Yeah.
Now you get a chance to attack back.
Right, but I need a 9 or more.
Yeah.
Oh, failed.
I've captured the hex.
What happened to my leader?
Because he's there on his own.
He's
it'd be captured, wouldn't he, in reality? Okay. Like, in the log it says he's been eliminated. So
right. Okay.
Either way, he's out of the game.
Yep, and you've got an objective. Well done.
Woo.
So, yeah.
A bit late now.
A little late, but it was looking not good for getting any of them.
That was quite a risky.
It was, but it paid off.
Across the road. It did, but equally we could both have lost nothing or everything.
Yeah.
It's quite random. Okay, so I end impulse. Now, I think all those reinforcements would come in the next turn, but
there isn't going to be a next turn. They're not going to then. So why can't I?
Oh, unless it's maybe in future. Maybe in a future impulse. Ooh.
And I may not use direct fire on this stack.
You can't shoot
because it's been in melee. Yes, that's the thing. You can't shoot into a melee. Even though technically the melee has finished, all of this is kind of happening simultaneously.
Yeah, so all the actions in the turn are deemed to be simultaneous. So in effect, that melee is still going on. It's just we just happen to have resolved it already.
Yeah.
But that's why you mark the hex with the melee counter, because it brings
units
in a
can't
few
fire
restrictions.
into here. Yeah. Okay, I've passed.
Now I've got the reinforcements buttons popped up.
Right. Okay.
So let's bring some on. Oh, I can come on from any direction.
Right. Come on from the south. I guess not the south.
Oh no! Again, no, not the south. It's northeast or west.
Right.
And so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's just so that I can't quite get into any objective hexes.
No.
Because they're all 7 movement points already.
It's as if the scenario is designed this way.
It's almost as though it was done on purpose.
Yeah.
So let's go there. Oh, let's do that.
Right, so that's the sniper gone.
Yes, because he'd already fired and nobody else had a line of sight, etc.
If he hadn't have already fired, would we have had a bit of a?
You would have had an opportunity. Fire as I came down the road towards him. Yes.
Right. Okay.
But no, once I reach him in melee, if he's got no friends to protect him,
I see.
It's done for.
Right.
Now, you may have some.
I do. I have my reinforcements. Do I get all of these?
You select which ones you want to bring in on this impulse.
All of them. Why not?
Well, you might want to space them out over several. I may have more reinforcements yet.
Okay. So I'm only coming on from the east or the west.
Okay.
I'm going to come in here.
Oh, it's Major Tom.
It is. Why can't I go in? Oh, right, yeah.
Because it's 7 movement points and not 6.
Okay, I'll just move there.
Yeah, fine. And I'll bring. Oh, I've still got a choice. I'll bring these on here.
Oh. Even more.
Even more. That's all of them though, just to reassure you. Yeah, I can't move into it. I can only get next to all those buildings. I can't actually move into any of them. Let's go there.
One more round, and I think I would be struggling. I would definitely be struggling if there was one more round.
But it's... well, in fact, in the scenario options, you can shorten or extend games, which could be a good sort of balancing tool.
Yeah.
Between, if you're teaching a player and you want to give them a bit more time to achieve the objective or not. Yes.
I'm just going to pass.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much done.
So there you go. The end of turn 6. The Americans successfully held off the German assault on Vierville. And ta-da! Victory for the Americans. So it actually gives you the stats on the games, how many enemy units were shaken.
Yeah.
How many helpless units were eliminated.
I think the die roll stats is quite good as well, because it stops people saying, "Oh, we only rolled
always
sixes."
Rolling.
And that will.
But it's not showing us the breakdown of die rolls between the two different players.
No, indeed not. No,
it's just giving us overall.
I would say it was fairly even, apart from my spotting attempts.
Spotting attempts, spotting attempts.
It's rubbish.
So there you go. This video is basically a sort of, not quite a first look at the game, because as I say, I have played it once before using this digital interface. But this is the lock and load starter set. It comes with 4 scenarios, and you saw one of them. Now, what I'm going to do, we're not going to play another game, but I am going to just show you on the main menu So yeah, if I was to do new game, you see at the top there's the Lock and Load Tactical Starter Kit, which, as I say, is about £4 on Steam if you're interested. But as I mentioned at the start, this is a deep, complex hex and counter war game. Don't expect, a 12-page rulebook and then you're off. This is not like Memoir 44 or anything like that. This is fairly complex. Although, if you do download the rulebook online and find that it's 192 pages, you're not going to need all of that. Okay, so to play the scenario that we played today, you don't need to read the rules on tanks or anything else like that. So 80% of that rulebook, you don't need to read. You only need to read the bit specific for that scenario. But, as I say, the starter kit has 4 scenarios in it, including 2 Normandy, 2 based in Vietnam. The starter kit is designed as, if you're not sure you're going to like this game, here's the starter kit, have a play around with it, and then if you do like it, these are all of the different modules that are available. And these are all available in physical form as well. So the one that Peter has got Heroes of the Falklands. So you can see here the amount of stuff included in these full packs. And there's a link there to the rules PDF. So there's lots of different scenarios included in this. And as Peter mentioned, you can customize the scenarios, the points balance. So if you wanted to, switch, according to this is the British versus the British. That can't be right. So British versus the Argentine army, and you can switch the points balance if you wanted to. You can change the scenario length so that it's slightly shorter or slightly quicker. And yeah, lots of different scenarios. I'm just going to load one of these up just so you see what it is. Let's load up. Do you have a particular scenario that you want me to load up from the Falklands?
No, not really. There's a Sam Mallow house. That's probably just a single map. That'd probably be quite.
Well, I was going to load a big one just so we see.
Oh right, a big one. The Mount something or other one, whatever that's called. Mount Hood? No, not Hood.
By dawn's early light, the devil went down to Georgia. The Fanning Head mob.
Yeah, they'll all be small ones.
And yeah, the rulebook is for free. So the rulebook that I did mention, it is available on the Lock and Load Tactical website.
Yeah.
So you can get it there and you can have a read through it, which is what I've been doing for the last week.
Yeah, there's a PDF of the starter kit, which gives you the starter kit rules.
Yep.
And also print and play maps and counters.
That's it. You can actually print off the physical starter kit yourself if you wanted to with the board and the counters. And
then that's free apart from whatever it costs you to print it out.
Yeah. I'm just going to load this one just so people see what it is. This is the Two Sisters scenario.
Oh, that should be quite big.
And I'm going to say that this is 2 human players, so presumably you can play Hot Seat on one computer.
Yes.
There we go. So this took place between June 11th and June 12th, 1982. Here we go. Yeah, so right, that's 3 maps laid out vertically. And as I say, it's basically the same core rules. Now, there will be some differences because you'll have certain special rules that apply to certain special units. But yeah, you can see that it is different counters. Numbers are still similar. As the rules are still similar, but this scenario will be very different. Looks like the scenario is that the British player must control at least 6 of the marked victory hexes, and there is off-board artillery. So if you were playing this scenario, you'd need to read the rules on the off-board artillery. Let's just go back again, and the other one you've got is Heroes of Normandy in physical form. So again, Heroes of Normandy comes with all of these scenarios. So there's a lot of content here. Yes.
The Heroes of Normandy has some extra add-ons that add on to that module as well.
Right, okay.
so the Heroes of Normandy is like a base set for there's a Band of Brothers style campaign.
Yep.
And there's also some of the Winter Battle of the Bulge add-on as well. So it's not just... So as well as the Heroes of Normandy being, I think it's 20 or 30 scenarios in its own right, there's then more to add on as well, yes.
Right, okay. And that's the advantage. If you've got a core system where the core rules are fixed, then you can basically say, I'm really interested in the Vietnam War or whatever else. You get the Heroes of the Nam pack. But because you already know how to play the game, you're not having to relearn an entirely new game. I think one of the things, not being an expert in this field, is quite often you go, oh, this is a game about Vietnam and it's got its entire own set of rules, and then you go, oh right, this game is about Normandy and this is another entire set of rules. The advantage of this system is you learn the rules pretty much once, and then apart from a few tweaks, those rules apply to other things.
Originally, they did have separate rule books for World War II and Modern.
Yes, but they've merged haven't they?
In the version 4s, and now version 5 onwards have merged all the content into one rule book.
Yes, but some of it only applies to modern warfare.
So there's like a helicopter section. Which won't apply to World War II.
So Devon says Normandy will eventually have 6 battle packs and over 70 scenarios. So if you're looking for a game which is being supported on a regular basis and being developed on a regular basis, although I said at the start that the original idea for this game is about 20 years old, this is still a game which is being supported right now by the publishers and the designers. So thank you very much for keeping the game going. And that's everything.
Thanks to Devon, of course, for joining in and helping with the rules.
Excellent.
We had.
That's really helpful. If Devon, you can put your mobile number in the chat. Then if anybody has any rules questions when they're playing the game, just call Devon and he can answer that. I think that's the service you get for paying £4 for a game on Steam. Private number of the developer. No, it's been good. I really enjoyed this. I have to admit, when I got sent a copy of the Steam key for this game, I thought, oh, Hex Encounter war game, let's look into it. And I didn't know what to expect. And then when I saw the size of the physical rulebook for the physical game, I was like, oh wow, this is mammoth. But Peter helped me out with learning the core rules. And as I say, I think we've kind of learned mostly.
Yes, I think so. Even with these small scenarios, that scenario we've played today, each time I've played it, it's been entirely different the way it's panned out.
Yeah.
So they aren't one and done scenarios.
No, definitely not. I mean, the fact in that scenario that the Germans come on from either the west, the north, or the east, that completely changes the game.
Yes.
So,
right.
Well, thank you very much again, Peter, for your time. It's been good, and I need to make a decision about how much time I want to invest in this game, because to be honest, I've really enjoyed what I've seen of it, and although there is a lot of rules, those rules all thematically make sense, and that is a big selling point.
A lot of the playing digitally, a lot of the overhead is taken away from
it.
A lot of the detail is it's not hidden detail, but it's detail that you don't have to remember. Because it's the app's going to do it for you. The app is really good. As I say, the only problem I found with it is the tutorials that are built into the app are only about specific things. There's no tutorial, unless I missed it, that actually teaches you the basics of the game. But there's lots of video tutorials that you can get access to, which will teach you that. Mo's here as well. Thank you very much, Mo, for joining in and for helping this happen. It's been enjoyable. So we'll say goodbye. Thanks very much for watching. What else have I got to say? If you like the content that I create, please consider subscribing to the channel and supporting me on Patreon, because my Patreon supporters do have an input on some of the games that I'll be covering on the channel. But for now, I will say goodbye. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you soon. Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.